This program was made possible by USAID
and AGRA, supported by MOFA. Kuapa, good farming.
There are a lot of challenges in farming, be it in the field of policy, agronomic practices, improved and certified seed, input use, and agribusiness services.
Inadequate and timely access to money has been the main problem facing farmers. Today, Kuapa takes you to Tachiman, the hub of maize market in Ghana, to engage in a conversation on how smallholder farmers can access credit and output market.
Farmers face a lot of challenges when accessing agro input as a result of inadequate financial resources.
And what is required of farmers before they can access credits?
Join us as we link this farmer to a profitable market in a lasting way.
Tachiman is a great place to be a farmer with good soil and plenty of rain. Here, we meet Afna York, who lives here with his wife and 3 kids who help in farming. Aside his maize farm, which is his main crop, he grows yam, kontomire and cassava on an acre plot.
If you want to say,
Efuno ya obua oso.
Me pa cho me buano. Sali adwumayefo no adidie mu na me kɔ factory side so a me hwema niam no bia monitor mo e de kɔ market se de be ya ye be hu bibia pepe.
Oh, Miss Afna, na a day important na ya wo how anase wo challenges are wo edwuma mu.
How no bi ne say they say I'm a dog at the feeding me factory no, but my whole day so. The kwan me first for menya afofofo akwa from my dog more. I'm meeting materials and be ready at factory akobo. One year how cases how cases.
Okay, so your only challenge basically is feeding the factory. So you need more farmers to help you on that.
Exactly. That's the problem.
I see, and the reason Kuapa is here today is to help you by bringing in some experts who can help you solve these specific problems.
Okay. Then you are welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But before that, we would like to see the farm and the factory.
Okay. You can
Let's
go
get going.
Okay. Yeah.
Great job. This is a wonderful crib you've built here.
Yes.
This is a temporal storage, right?
Yes, please. It's a temporary one.
But with the weather variation, sometimes it hot, sometimes the rains come in. Doesn't it affect the storage?
No, not at all. For maize, put it in this type of crib. There will be wind blowing in and out. That keeps the maize very safe. I use pioneer seeds.
I like your
the whole of the farm.
spacing.
Is that so?
How many acres do you have here?
Now it's here 10 acres.
10 acres.
Yeah, here.
He has 20 years experience in farming. Aside his farm, he owns a small maize processing center. Although he has no record on his farm activities, he has extensive records on his factory. Problem identified: inadequate financial resources, no records on farming activities.
We are still in Tachiman to help Afna York, who sees a threat to the long-term sustainability of his processing center.
his dream is to be able to access credit for other farmers to produce more maize for his processing center. Accessing credit can be very difficult. We invited Francis, an agribusiness advisor, to give farmer Afna some expert advice in accessing credit.
Yes, so, nice to meet you. I'm also Mr. Afna.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
Well, I think we can go now.
Yeah, we can go.
Sure. Mr. Osei, how do we build the capacity of Mr. Afna, our farmer here, so he can be able to put up other smallholders together and help them access financial assistance?
How many farmers are you supporting?
Please, I'm supporting 10 farmers as at now.
As at now?
Yes, please.
All right. And what are the products that you process?
I do process teaser flour and then corn dough, Tom Brown, apple flour, maize grits, egg baby milk.
Okay.
How is that cocoa? That is what we have been processing from our factory now.
I want to share with you some of the things that you will need to do or you need to know. First, you need to have an idea about each of the farmers, the land area or the size of the farm. It is important because it is based on that you are going to ask for a credit. So you normally determine each farmer's farm size, and then it gives you an idea about the total farm size for the 10 farmers that you want to introduce to the bank.
Please, how can I prepare the crop budgets?
For the 10 farmers that you'll be working with, it is important that you know their farm sizes, each of them. Two, when you know the size that will be needed for each farmer, and therefore for the 10 farmers. All right. And then how much it will cost for each of the input items: fertilizer, agrochemicals, seeds, land preparation, labor. All those things you have to outline and put cost to it. And so the total cost for each farmer, and therefore for the 10, would constitute your expenditure budget. That is what you are taking to the bank to solicit for funding. But in the same crop budget, you have to anticipate a certain yield, a certain quantity that you would harvest, each farmer will harvest. All right. And you have to estimate a certain price for a unit weight. Let's say price per bag, either 50 kg or 100 kg. You have to estimate how much you sell it, and that one will constitute your revenue. All right. And then you indicate, you would show a certain margin on an acre. All right. Then you can multiply by the total number of acres that you are presenting to the bank.
3 main points. Afna should know what he wants, how much it will cost, and where to ask for finance. While Prince and Francis advised Afna, I visited some financial institutions so I can inform them on what they could look out for.
Ebenezer, what product do you have available for smallholder farmers?
The Opportunity International Savings and Loans Agri-Loan Program provides financial assistance for smallholder farmers in the production of viable crops. I'm talking of these, I'm talking of farmers who are into the production of vegetables, citrus, maize, rice, and what other crops you can think of considered viable.
Okay, in the market. What do they need to access these products?
Basically, all you need to access the Opportunity International Loan is to have an account with us, have a proof of an arable land or a business, or agri-business. Then, of course, the other issue of the availability of a guaranteed market and a guaranteed market and access to extension service provider. It's also one key thing we do look at. With all these, I think we are good to go once we assess you and we find you very, very good for financing.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. Can I have some flyers that I can use in educating my
that's
farm?
fine. You have it here.
Oh, okay. Sylvia, what activities do you finance for these farms, especially the smallholder farmers?
We have food crops, we have industrial crops, we have the fishing and aquaculture sector, we have agro-processing, we have agro-marketing, and we have input distribution.
So what products do you have available for them?
For the small-scale farmer, we have a product called the smallholder cooperative product. It is a product designed purposely for smallholder farmers. They come in groups. What we do is we expect a maximum of 20 farmers in a group and a minimum of 10 farmers within the group. The product has been designed to mitigate the process of applying and accessing a loan. It has shortened the process. The product is such that for an ordinary farmer, where you require security, for this scheme, the farmers do not have to provide security. It is designed for farmers that are within the same industry.
Thank you very much, Sylvia. Can I have some flyers or handouts that I can use in educating these farmers? It's been lovely meeting you.
I've been to some few banks in the area myself, and they gave me their policies and products in accessing loans, especially for farmers. In your expert field, can you please give us some of the implications of these services that these banks offer the farmers and advise us accordingly?
What the farmer should know is that a bank is using other people's deposit to lend. And therefore, when a bank lends to any farmer, the bank is expecting the farmer to have the capacity to pay the loan. And that's very important. And the capacity to pay is linked to how best the farmer can work on his farm and get the right quantities of produce at harvest, which would then be used, will be sold, and the money from that will be used in paying off the loan plus the interest. All right. Typically, the bank will want to know how reliable is this farmer that I'm going to lend to. How reliable is he in terms of his ability to repay the loan? How many acres is he planning to cultivate? Let's say maize. To a very large extent, the bank also wants to be convinced that the farmer knows what he's about technically. I mean, is he going to plant according to some recommended practice so that at harvest he will get the right quantity of produce to harvest? That the farmer understand what diseases can attack the plant and how those diseases can be treated or can be prevented. Usually, the bank will also want to ask the question, what are the things that can create problems for us or for the farmer that would not make the farmer able to pay the bank? So it is looking at what kind of seed the farmer would use, what kind of fertilizer and the quantities of fertilizer that he will need to use, how he will maintain the farm, and more importantly, the bank also wants to know whether the farmer has market for his produce after harvest. But in the case of Mr. Afuna, because he is the one going to buy the produce from his 10 farmers, he's already creating a market for the 10 farmers. So that, in his case, that issue is kind of sorted out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Osei, for sharing this knowledge with our farmer, Mr. Afuna.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Afuna, I guess you're happy now.
Yes.
Great. Let's meet your other farmers, the 10 farmers, so that you can give them the information you just received.
We learnt from Francis that there are key considerations to accessing credit. Farmers need to be in groups. Know the accurate land size of these farmers, input requirements, and output market requirements. With this supply chain in place, Afna will be able to earn good yield from his 10 farmers. Kuapa visited these farmers together with Afna. He explained what he learnt.
Omode mpanimfo so abrem amoma be kire me nimde no bebre na no ana wiei me de omo eba mana so a ama me so ma be kire mo asemoni eje ho a na mo so masom na ma ya hwe na kwan be fa so e be boa mo na ya boa ama mo so ma kire ama mo so ma kom.
The Kuapa team helped Afna in measuring the land sizes of the members in his group.
This device is a GPS device.
Smallholder farmers are unable to determine accurately the area under cultivation. The results of this are over or underuse of agro inputs, which has negative impacts on the yield. In order to ensure efficiency in the utilization of agro inputs such as fertilizers and chemicals, it is important to determine accurately the area farmers put under cultivation.
I am so glad Afna has all that he needs to assess the loan for his farmers.
And you realize that his proposal and crop budget is looking really good.
Yeah.
I don't think the bank will anymore refer to these farmers as high-risk clients.
We'll be back in some few weeks to see how he's doing.
It's 4 weeks and we are back in Bono Ahafo region to catch up with farmer Afna. Afna, wanting to earn good yield from his farmers, helped them to adapt best practices to improve the supply chain. He provided them with inputs such as certified seeds and fertilizers needed for the production at the right time in the right quantity and quality.
Mwana me hwehwe de ama makuafo no. Ya me adomatimi anya sa amwa no e de ama makuafo. Kuani bia kuafo du amikita nyina obia anya fertilizer MPK 3 bags. Sulfate of ammonia so 2 bags. Obia anya Nico Plus. Wo de be do agura se 1 liter. Pesticide pest control pesticides so 1 liter. Wo de be control na yi. Pre-emergence or dua brunu wi a obetime de our spray pre-emergence CM4 for the first 1 month no and so 1 liter. Nicokin abruno after 3 weeks no less than 3 weeks so de be do ase no and so 1 liter. Ni nyina mu ye ka fu obia nya ne abro seedlings obedua 9 kilos mesa manya e de ama omo. Ndi si ade akuafo na ni age obia so kwakwadua ne me expect ene say sisi I say nyame beto nsupa guso amaye na obi anya ne yield asese wonya na yakotua ye ka no na manya aburu no soso de akwa feed me factory no ama ne ma akoso ama me we na enti ama manage pa ama makuya for so ani age pa intimidas.
This supply chain will go a long way to make farming more lucrative, hence getting more yield from the farmers to feed his processing center. In the same time, serving as an output market, making them profitable farmers. With profit, Afna and his farmers can pay back their loan without default.
Well, for being the mediator who linked your farmers to credit, Kuapa decided to get you these hermetic bags, 30 pieces of them, to help you store the maize that you buy from them.
Wow. Great. Very broad and nice.
And I got you this also for your farmers.
Okay.
Remember, Francis said record keeping is very key to accessing credit.
Yeah, so encourage your farmers to keep records of activities done on their farm.
Okay.
And I'm sure with all these, you can get more produce to feed your processing center.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so this is it. We'll keep in touch with you to see how things are going.
Okay.
So see you later.
See you. Bye-bye.
Nabalia. Binia abapara. Inabalani nisi ipara. Okan wahala. So afuna ola Tachimana aku aboro akin hedon. Mena abure wi a hedon. Ani jamaa nerefi awu a group bakankia kapara akapara. Nti itina mu abeni say achina dahaman achina yukwanya ache no bune na akandon na mama akandon ne bapama kaya na mapara mena para wa molle apara nti mole ne akandon nti itina ma na se ngaburu ya achina dahaman a ni jamanya imaka pe isna para wa molle ape ne yema wo para anakia adi abeng ibalia abe lamfia o kanto toro maslene aviata malene na ahedon no osepame chie.
Prince, forming groups can actually help farmers in accessing credits and markets.
Yes, you can also get saved by forming farmer groups in your community.
Catch us same time next week and learn something new. We just might be on your farm.
Kuapa,
Promoting good farming.
This research investigates the effectiveness of the triple-layer hermetic bag and 2 other conventional storage bags in controlling the maize weevil Cytophilus zimaiis. Triple-layer bags consist of 2 sealed plastic polyethylene bags placed inside a 3rd bag, which is made of woven nylon or polypropylene for strength. For protection against physical damage, these are placed inside a much tougher open-weave polypropylene bag. After filling, they are tied shut with string. The inner bags are gas-tight, hermetic, so that some weeks after being filled with grain and tightly closed, a modified atmosphere is created that will kill insect pests. Triple bags usually have a capacity of 50 or 100 kilograms.
What I know for sure is that piles of gold cannot be compared to stores of grain.
For further information, contact our call center on 0577665186. You can visit our website www.kuapagana.com and like our page on Facebook, Kuapa Ghana.
This program was made possible by USAID
and AGRA, supported by MOFA.